recording. Okay.
Hey everybody, it's Ryan.
And it's Sky.
We are in the United States of America, but only for a few minutes.
Because we're about to walk across this big metal revolving gate that walks us right into Tijuana across the Mexican border. Right?
It's about to happen now. We're still in the United States, and it was a 2-hour car ride from Los Angeles, and no wait to leave America.
On YouTube, guys.
Yes.
This is us. You've seen us?
Is that for real?
Yeah.
Seen this?
How do you
What
know?
did you think of it?
What have you seen?
You guys on the internet, you guys stayed last time at the hotel in Santa. I see you guys.
Good or bad?
Good.
Thank you, sir. We're back. Hip.
It seems that our news shows on crossing the border into Tijuana have been seen by all, Mexicans and Americans alike. What do you think of that? We're celebrities and we haven't even crossed the border
What
yet.
I like is that you
We're
said that
international celebrities!
we got to do this with people we know now. It's with friends and family.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so here we go, walking across the border. Are you gonna do anything with your camera?
Keep going with yours.
All right, here we go. And I'm usually scared of revolving doors, but this is a big gate, so I'm okay. I like silver metal.
We are still in America. Look at this. This is
Oh, we
the
are.
boundary. This
But
is it
right here is actually where you cross the boundary of the United States of America and into Espanol land.
Shall we cross the real border?
There we go. You want to go first?
I shall
I'll
go.
see if you get shocked, and if you don't, I'll follow. Ah. Hey, Ryan, you're in Mexico. I'm in America. What do we do? Can you come back? Oh my gosh, it was so easy.
I'm back in
Now
America.
here I go, about to cross the border. We can literally be here all day going back and forth.
Sky, welcome to Mexico.
I'm in Mexico.
So that was pretty interesting. The people who crossed the border here recognized us as border crossers. The first time I did this walk was in 2003. And for some reason I thought that it was a little further back. I wonder if the fences have changed.
No, I
since then.
think it's in the same place. We're just not as drunk as we were last time. But what's interesting to me is how easy it is to just walk across.
Yeah.
Nobody asks you for any questions, any documents, any paperwork.
So you've actually watched the whole process. We are in Mexico. We don't have another turnstile to go to. And what I have here is an unused passport. Nobody asked to see these things.
Let me see your passport.
Well, passport is right here. It is a U.S. passport that I'm traveling with.
And they ask for it on the way back, which we'll show
They
you
will
a
ask
little
for it.
later.
That's why we have them. But we literally are officially in Mexico right now.
And nobody cares. Nobody's bothering with us.
There are signs to not bring fruits and grains and food over the border with you, but no one has.
I brought
here
protein
to
bars
check
and
your bag.
bottled water. So, what we're going to do next?
In Tijuana, well, what we're going to do is we are in Tijuana, but the area that we want to visit would be Laredo, Hacienda Revolucion.
Hacienda, Hacienda, Hacienda.
And there's the arch is there, the infamous Tijuana arch.
Well, what's the process to get over to that area?
We're gonna catch a taxi, and you'll see as soon as we get to the street level that there are lots of taxis just waiting.
Now I want to ask, do you fix a price with the taxi cab and tell them you're only paying $4 or $5, or do you let them take advantage of the fact that, or they might, or might possibly not, you know, want to charge us more?
What I personally do is I'll just give them the address, and 9 times out of 10 there'll be a plethora of cars waiting, and I'll get a very reasonable price.
So what is a
offered.
reasonable price to get into the downtown Tijuana
Hacienda
area?
Revolucion?
Yes. See,
$5, $6, I'll pay up to $7.
we're not going to pay up to 10, that's for sure.
No. But you can see behind us, it's one of the busy, it actually is. This is the busiest border crossing in the world.
In fact, in 2005, the statistics were that about
41 million for 2005.
in a year, and the average is about 25,000 people a day walk through the border just like we did, and about 50,000 vehicles, which could carry anywhere between 1 and 10 people depending on how big the car is and how packed it is.
It's 50,000 vehicles a day within 24 hours, and 25,000 people a day on foot, and it's 41 million people a year crossing from the United States into Tijuana, Mexico.
Now, if you notice just behind us, a gentleman did get stopped by the army men, and they've asked him to put his bag down on the table. just to see what he has in it. We're very lucky that we haven't been asked anything. I guess we don't look very suspicious. But people do get detained on their way in. Maybe one every 100 people or so. They're looking for somebody who might be carrying in contraband or drugs.
A lot of the gun violence that happens in Mexico has been found to be with guns that are taken over the border from the United States. So although the problem exists here, the guns that are used in that violence are created back over there.
Now you think it's over when you've walked through the first big metal gate, but we're actually about to walk into the border part of
So I guess
Tijuana.
we were in the Tijuana legal military holding.
Kind of like purgatory. You're kind of in between. And this is actually going into Tijuana. Here I go! Whoa! And Mexico is waiting. Hola! Y habla español. Ahora, y español y mexicana. Y soy lesbiana. Y soy americana. And ¿dónde está el baño? Because I really have to go to the bathroom.
The bathroom story is a very important one. Sometimes it's important to bring toilet paper with you over the border because you can pay for a public restroom for $25, but it does not include toilet paper.
Wait a second, it costs $25 to go to a public restroom?
25 cents.
Oh, unless the inflation has increased since our last trip here.
No, the children selling candy, which I was just told by a friend of mine who grew up here in Tijuana, she said that they're required to make a specific quota when they go out every day.
What happens to them if they don't?
Let's not talk about that because I don't have official statistics on that, but it's not pretty, and that's why you see kids out here. I don't know if the video picked it up, who want to sell you chiclets.
It makes you appreciate American education and the whole system.
Yeah, I mean, although we are just inches away from U.S., this is a world of difference.
Yeah.
For as far as the education system goes, as far as finances go.
So are you feeling like you've done this so many times it's old hat, or do you still feel like a tourist walking through?
You know, 2003, not a lot has changed. It's 2011 right now, and the process of walking into Tijuana, Mexico hasn't changed at all. ¿Cuánto cuesta Hacienda Revolución? $5 to Hacienda Revolución. I think we should do it. That sounds good for me.
Sounds good.
I've never stopped to pay attention to this one.
What is that?
Just, there's no actual sign that says "Welcome to Tijuana."
Puerto Fronterizo. But there is a very nice gentleman who's willing to take us in his car.
And this is an official taxi zone here, so we're not actually on the street, so to speak.
He does have a yellow shirt, which makes him a little more trustworthy, I guess.
If you look over there, that's the border line of folks trying to get back into the United States on vehicle, which we told you is a number of 50,000 folks a day. 50,000 folks a day. And there is some shopping over here as soon as you cross the border, but why would you shop here when you've got multiple shopping locations?
Do you think the stuff here is just for people on their way out who forgot to get all the gifts and were like, oh, last minute stuff, but it's probably 3 to 4 times more than you can get in the actual city.
People might think that it's cheaper because it's not a real shop, and you'll actually be paying more, I think, if you bought it here.
Well, I'm very excited about our journey into Tijuana. It's been a few years. We'll see if anything has changed.
Well, actually, what has changed, when I was here a few years ago, there was a sign up that talked about the friendship between the United States and Mexico. There's some construction going on, and I do not see that on display anymore.
That could be a good thing.
To not be friends with Mexico?
Oh, no, about not having construction.
Oh, yeah. But so that's a little more one thing I noticed. We did actually find it surprising. Like, oh, look, we're good friends with Mexico, and there's a sign that proves it.
Maybe on the way out we'll see.
Maybe it's just moved. I don't know.
Yeah, things.
Let's talk about ages. It looks like people of all different ages cross the border. It's not like, you're not old enough to drive. You have to walk. The demographic is from here.
Do you think anybody checks for like children or minors walking across by themselves? Like if they look young, they'll be stopped and sent back?
I've seen a lot of kids running in front of their family. Whether they're with their family or not, I don't know.
But it's mostly Mexicans trying to get out, not Americans trying to get in. I don't think some little kid, from Orange County is saying, I'm running away and I'm going to Mexico.
Yeah, I don't see this as a hot tourist destination spot. Well, in California, only 2 hours from Los Angeles, go across the border to Tijuana. It's not there yet. Although during the era of Prohibition, Tijuana was the it place. You can go here and have your cocktails, and it was legal. So that was really a booming era for this border as travel and tourism, but right now I think it's folks just going to work in San Diego, going back home to Tijuana.
Is our cab guy still waiting for us, or are we?
Shall we go? Shall we go explore more of Tijuana?
Let's see what happens. And you know, just looking across amidst all the wonderful bargains and things you can buy on your way out, there is the Golden Arches and the hope of getting back to America. So you can have McDonald's. I wanted to show you the double arches, which I'm not very into, but it's nice to know it's still there, a symbol of America.
The great thing when you cross the border back and you do want to go into McDonald's to use the bathroom, you can do that.
Yeah, I like the bathroom at McDonald's. I've used it many times.
Sky, what are your thoughts? What are you looking forward to most?
Just, you know, spending some time being in a different culture again, and how easy it is to step next door to our neighbors and experience something completely different than our everyday lives.
Yeah, we just walked you into another country, another culture,
another dimension,
another government, another set of laws,
another set of people,
and another currency. The interesting thing when he said 5, and he said to us for the taxi, it was not 5 pesos.
Yeah.
It would have been, you can pay for things in US dollars.
He knows $5. He knows we're American. What gave it away? I don't know. Maybe the camera. I'm R. Sky Palkowitz.
I'm Ryan Wolowski at the Tijuana US border.
And we'll see you in a few. Are we taking the cab? Are we gonna just keep rolling in the cab?
Roll on up.
Keep rolling or don't roll?
Roll on up.
Keep going.
Yes, $5 again.
Do I hear 4? Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Está? All right. Now I'm taking a ride. Oh my God. Gracias.
Okay. Vámonos. Vámonos.